Story you'll see only on ABC7. A Chamberino mother was diagnosed with a rare and aggressive form of breast cancer.
And just a few weeks ago, doctors told her she had less than a month to live. ABC7's Rosemary Montañez has the emotional story of Lisa Alvarado Dominguez.
I try not to cry because then everybody starts crying and I'm like, no, we're not going to cry.
Lisa Alvarado Dominguez's spirit has remained bright despite a dark diagnosis. She's 36, and 2 years ago, she was diagnosed with metaplastic squamous cell carcinoma of the breast, a rare and aggressive form of cancer. ABC7 spoke with her in 2022, just weeks after her initial diagnosis.
Till I have my last breath, I'm not giving up.
10 months later, she went into remission. But earlier this year, she received the news she didn't want to hear. The cancer returned.
One tumor in the right side of my skull, one in the center of my skull, two in between my shoulder blades, one in my L1, which is my lower back. My entire sacrum, which is the entire butt bone, was infested. Both femurs were infested. And I had a met in my liver, and some of my lymph nodes on my right side tested positive. So it spread back, in a matter of just a few months.
The doctors told her originally she had about a year to live, but in early October, they found out she only had about a month left.
Pretty much told me, she's like, you're not gonna make it to Christmas. And I said, what about Thanksgiving? She goes, I don't think so. I was like, okay.
Her diagnosis changed because doctors realized she had liver failure from the chemotherapies she underwent 2 years ago. Lisa knew it was going to be an uphill battle.
It's everywhere. It's just everywhere. And then when I physically saw it on my PET scan, cancer glows like a yellow color. So you see your full physical skeletal structure, except that mine looked like an entire glow stick. This time around, I knew it. I had already felt it. I was really sick. I've been in and out of the hospital.
A single mother to 5 children, all under the age of 16, she had to tell her oldest son.
I saw the look on his face, like his face just dropped. But he held it together. And then I came home and I told my kids. And it took me back to me when I was 20, and I was going through that with my mom. And I just told him, I said, look, I said, we knew what was going to happen. I said, now we just have a little more time.
Her mother died of a brain tumor just 1 day before Lisa gave birth to her son.
So I think to myself, maybe there is hope. Maybe my mom was a stepping stone. I'm another stepping stone. And maybe in the next 2, 3, 4 years, we'll find a chemo treatment that will help.
Over the past few weeks, Lisa lived every day like it's her last. She has spent her final days soaking in time with her children.
Dominguez. Hi. She's 7.
They painted their home storage shed pink. Her kids say this is a way to memorialize her. Loved ones and strangers have stopped by to write messages of love and support. She was not fighting alone. And just a few weeks ago, her high school friends organized a fundraiser to raise money for her funeral expenses. Dozens of community members showed up.
Honestly, I'm just divinely blessed. I've been through this journey before, and this time around, it's just crazy how everybody in the community just came out. I kind of think to myself, what did I do to deserve all this help?
Since the beginning of her cancer battle, Lisa worked on raising awareness and calling for change. She said New Mexico lacks proper funding and resources for cancer patients. She was forced to seek medical treatment in California.
In New Mexico, cancer is growing exponentially, and the treatment's just not where it should be, that patients have to travel out of state. If they don't have private insurance, their New Mexico insurance is not going to cover it.
But she's not giving up without a fight.
Cancer's not taking me down. I will go kicking and screaming until that last moment. I want people to remember me as the happy person I was, as the person that never gave up, and that I always try to make, even when I'm feeling low, I try to make people feel better and happy.
This native of the tiny community of Chamberino hopes her story will generate much needed change, but above all,
I just want to make a difference, even if it's just for that moment. I just want people to remember, like, God, Lisa, no matter what she went through, she pushed for everything. She always put a smile on your face. Sometimes I joke about it, and I'm like, I'm probably even gonna be late to my funeral. You guys already know how I am.
And tomorrow, October 25th, marks Lisa's 37th birthday. If you'd like to help cover some of her funeral and medical expenses, you can find a link to her GoFundMe at our website, kbia.com. My God, that was very emotional.
No, it certainly was. A great job by Rosemary Montañez telling that story. And we certainly wish her family the best of luck, and they're in our prayers. We'll be right back after the